many ways, in many different languages. This simple 3-word sentence only has 2 contexts behind it. The first is when a child asks, "What's for dinner?" and the mom says, "Whatever you want." The other is when a child asks, "What's for dinner?" and the mom says, "Nothing."
Gotta believe that we can change the outcome if we join in, reach out a hand. All it takes is someone stepping forward and making a stand. You and I is where
Every day, nearly 66 million elementary school children attend classes hungry across the developing world. It is estimated that it would take about $3.2 billion a year to feed all of these hungry children. So it is obvious that child hunger exists, and that is why I chose to study it in North America, Africa, and Asia. Asia currently has the largest number of hungry people in general, topping 500 million, or 62.4% of all global hunger in Asia and South Pacific alone. Over 20% of Asian children are underweight, and over 70% are being malnourished. Asia is struggling with their hunger because of population growth. The demand for food increases, causing lower inventories and prices to rise above affordable levels. In recent years, child hunger is falling slightly in southern Asia, but increasing in the western parts. While Asia is developing and growing rapidly in the realms of technology and economics, their food security is not. When it was mentioned 66 million children go hungry each day, 23 million of those are in Africa alone. Despite having vast natural resources, Africa is still the poorest continent in the world, with 1 in 3 people not having enough food to eat. Many African countries struggle with precipitation problems alternating between flooding and droughts. Also, Africa is susceptible to many civil wars, leaving many wartime apparatuses left behind. They are extremely dangerous to move, and a constant fear of cultivating these lands is preventing tens of thousands of people from creating sustainable crops and futures. However, child hunger doesn't escape coming close to home either. In the United States alone, almost 49 million people go hungry every day, with over 16 million of those people being children. West Virginia alone has over 83,000 children who go hungry every day, and even more astounding, 1,300 are in my own home county of Boone.
It's definitely a problem. We see a lot of students coming in who are hungry. Some students we want to make sure get that breakfast, and some that we know when they eat lunch every day, that's the last meal they're going to get before they come back again the next day. Teachers are always good to consider those students and remember them on the weekends and also on holiday weekends and spring break, Thanksgiving, because sometimes those students don't have enough to eat when they're not in school. It's better now than it used to be. There's a couple foundations doing some summer feeding programs. I forget off the top of my head what it's called. We are working with a church organization now, or community organization, that's doing backpack meals for students of need on the weekends, and that program is going to extend into the summertime. So if those students need that, they're going to be able to pick those things up. I think they're going to give them a big collection of food to take home once summer break starts.
Jenkins and Scanlon theorize there are 6 explanations that lead to inadequate food security. They are modernization, economic dependency, urban bias, population pressure, ecological evolutionary processes, and militarism. So progress towards ending child hunger is happening slowly. But should people care? Should you care? Does it even matter if it doesn't affect you personally? This is the ethical conundrum that many people are running into today with social issues like child hunger. Ethicist Vincent Ruggiero states, "Compassion. This ideal is a sentiment that occurs in response to other people's suffering. It is characterized by the feeling of pity and sympathy and a desire to alleviate the other person's pain. When intensely felt, compassion becomes empathy." We need to turn that compassion and empathy into something amazing and something that truly matters. I believe the answer is right in front of you outside your own front door. It all starts at the local level and expands. One prime example of this is the West Virginia Feed to Succeed Act. This program is a first of its kind and is providing free breakfast and lunch to students of public schools, and is allowing for summer programs to be implemented so kids can have food over long weekends, holidays, and the summer. This is just one example of something a local community can do. And imagine if every community did one small thing like this to try and alleviate child hunger. Small steps is what it takes. The ultimate goal is for one day when a child asks their mom, "What's for dinner?" she can say, "Whatever you want."
There's a choice we're making.